Hello, welcome back to Elise Reads and Speaks. Today, I am bringing you my TBR for the Reindeer Readathon. I look forward to this readathon each year now. It is the third year that it has been happening, and it's the third year that I have been doing it. So I am on a different team again this year. The first year I was on Team Nutcracker. The second year I was on Team Snowflake. Which one? Part of the winning team right here. And this year I am on Team Mistletoe, which I'm pretty excited about because Eric is the leader at Break Even Books of Team Mistletoe, and I've been following Eric's channel for a while, and he is the creator of the Reindeer Readathon, so I'm pretty stoked that I get to be on his team this year. Plus I'm super competitive, so you know, there's that. So I'll go through each of the prompts, tell you what I plan to read for each. I did pretty well last year. I got through all of the prompts, and I even did the bonus ones, and there are some more bonus ones this year, so I plan to get through them all. So to kick off the prompts, we've got Dasher for 10 points. This is to read a short story or a novella, so I'm going with Queens of Fenburn by Kendara Blake. Dude, I love Three Dark Crowns. I love it so much, and I have just never gotten to this little novella. I think it's just a novella. It includes the novellas, plural. Okay, so there's a couple in here, but whatever, it's short. I'll fly through it. The next prompt is Dancer for 15 points. This is to read from your favorite author or do a reread. Okay, I have decided to go with Dragon Republic by R.F. Kuang. All right, this is a big book. This is a big book. It ties into another bonus prompt, which I will get to later on. And I think I did the Poppy War for this same thing last year. I wanted to reread the Poppy War and reread Dragon Republic before I went on to the Burning God. And you know what? Life happens. And I never got to the Dragon Republic this year, so I'm going to get to it this month so I can finally read the Burning God. Boy, this is a big book though. I think it's like 658 pages. The next prompt is Prancer for 20 points. This is to read a book with a travel element of some kind. So I've decided to go with Under the Whispering Door by TJ Klune. This one is about ferrying people to the other world. I don't know if it's another world or like the afterlife, something like that. It includes a ferry, okay? And their life has ended, so they're going somewhere. And that is a travel element. The next prompt is Vixen for 20 points. This is to read a book that recently caught your eye. So this one isn't so recent. It's that I saw it pop up on Overdrive and I was like, oh my gosh, I have the arc for that. I still haven't read it and I really, really need to. And that is You've Reached Sam by Dustin Tao. This one has sounded so good. The cover is stunning. Like, it's one of those that immediately catches my eyes. I'm in love with this cover and I just haven't gotten to it. I don't know what my problem is, okay? I read a lot and then I just forget about all the books that I meant to read and I just go off on tangents, kind of like I'm doing right now. You've Reached Sam. I believe it's one half of this couple dies. I believe it's the boy. And then she somehow is able to contact him on the phone or like has a voicemail from him on the phone. I guess I could just read the back of the book, but that's kind of boring. I hate when people do that in videos. So I'm telling you what I think it's about. And this one definitely caught my eye, you vixen. The next prompt is Comet for 15 points. This is to read a book, which is a 5-star prediction. I'm going with Wondersmith by Jessica Townsend. I read Nevermore earlier this year and I gave it 5 stars. It was a world that just took me by storm and I haven't been able to stop thinking about it. So I'm kind of hoping and assuming that Wondersmith will be the same. Sometimes there's that second book slump. You don't know, but I feel like middle grade second books, I'm usually into more. So, I mean, you never know. You never know. We will see. Hopefully it's 5 stars. The next prompt is Cupid for 25 points. This is take a shot at reading a new author. So you know what I did? I looked at my shelf, I looked at the books that I haven't read yet, and I picked out an author that I haven't read from yet. We're going with Alice Feeney, okay? Rock, paper, scissors. Haven't read from her before. This is like a domestic thriller, I believe. These two people that are married, one of them has I think the technical term for it is prosopagnosia. I think that's when you can't recognize somebody's face, like the faces of your family and your friends. You may have family and friends, but every day you just don't recognize their faces. It's really interesting, okay? I learned about it in grad school for being an SLP. However, I've never worked with it before, but when I saw that that was a thing that was in here, I was like, ooh, the tinglies, this is exciting. And then you put it into thriller form, something about their marriage being on the rocks. I don't know, but let's see. The next prompt is Donner for 20 points. This is to read a book that has green or red as the primary color. So I have two choices for this. I'm a mood reader and I couldn't decide between the two, so we'll just see what I feel like when the mood strikes me. So I've decided to go with red because both books that I couldn't decide between are red. The first one is Grimrose Girls. This was an arc that I have by Laura Pohl. I don't know if it's come out already because I'm so behind in my arcs, but it's kind of like fairy tale people, or like the heroines from fairy tale stories meeting up at a school and being friends and like solving some problem that goes on. You know me, fairy tale of any kind, I just hit request, okay? It's something that makes my heart and my mind happy, and we'll just see if I like that one. However, if I don't feel like reading that later this month, I have been meaning to reread ACOTAR, The Court of Thorns and Roses, for a very long time. I still haven't gotten to A Court of Silver Flames, and I wanted to reread the first three before I go on to that one. I say the first three, but that fourth one, we won't talk about that fourth one. So we'll just see what I feel like when I get to that time in the month, if I want to read the Grimrose Girls or if I want to reread A Court of Thorns and Roses. And the last of the main prompts is Blitzen. This one is for 30 points, so it's the most out of all the reindeer. Okay, this one is to choose a book randomly in some way. So either have a poll or have somebody recommend a book for you, have your pet pick one. Which one of those did you think I did? You probably guessed it. All right, so I just chose 3 books. I've been asking people what I should be reading off my shelves, and I've gotten a list of books that I need to make a priority, and then I just picked 3 from that short list. So the first one that I have is The Wicked Deep by Shay Earnshaw. The next one that I have is Nice Try, Jane Sinner by Leanne Elk or Owelk. And the last one that I have is A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmerer. I've never read any of these. I know that I've heard a lot about this one. This one's like a Beauty and the Beast retelling. Nice Try, Jane Sinner. It seemed like it had some reality show element, and I love reality television. Well, I love The Bachelor and Bachelorette. I don't really like anything besides that. And last, The Wicked Deep. I just like the spooky feels, and I heard this one was good. So let us see which one Sibby Sib will choose. Yep, she's not even going for the other two. The winner! I shall be reading The Wicked Deep. All right, I mean, like, I'm into witches and stuff. I don't remember exactly what happens in this, but I know that I was thinking about reading it for Halloween because of the witchy vibes, and I think I can carry through over to December without a problem. Oh, I was totally wrong. There's one more reindeer. I'm so sorry, Rudolph. Like, people just leave you out all the time, and I am no exception. All right, Rudolph for 15 points is to read a standalone book. So I went through my arcs and I saw which ones were standalones, and I just chose one that was just different than everything else that I have on this list, just to vary up my reading taste. I'm going with The Hidden Child by Louise Fane. This one is a historical fiction, and this couple, I believe they're either Nazis or like pro-Nazi working in that regime, but their child ends up having epilepsy, so they have to hide the epilepsy because that child doesn't fit the mold of like what Hitler expects all his perfect children to be. I think that's the main gist of it. Whatever it was, it sounded interesting enough for me to be like, you know what, let me wet my whistle with something just a little different. I haven't done historical fiction in a bit, and I'm in the mood for it. All right, now we are on to the bonus prompts. So the first one is Christmas Star. This one is for 50 points. This is to read a book that is over 500 pages. When I first created my list of books, I realized that I did not pick a single book that was over 500 pages. So I had to revamp everything, and that's why I put the Dragon Republic in, because it needs to be corresponding with one of the prompts. You can't like finish one prompt and then do a 500-page book. It needs to be in conjunction with one of those. So that Christmas Star will be Dragon Republic. The next one is Christmas Lights. This is to read an ebook. I got a bunch of ebooks. We'll see which one I read first, and I'll just slap that one with it. The same goes for Christmas Carols, and that's to listen to an audiobook. Dude, I have audiobooks queued up right now. I know that I've got Wondersmith, a Rock, Paper, Scissors, You've Reached Sam, and I think there was another one that I have downloaded, ready to listen to. So I'm ready. Whichever one I listen to first, it will be the Christmas Carols prompt. And the last of the bonus prompts is slaying it. If you do all of the prompts, you got nothing left, you can do slaying it one more time to get points for your team. And this is to choose whatever prompt you want to get those points. So of course I looked at the reindeer, I saw which one was the most points, and I'll do that one. So that was Blitzen. And that is the random choice. So when that time and the month comes, I will just have Sibby choose another one, all right? Don't know what it will be. We will find out at that point. I plan on vlogging a lot during December, so I'll let you know when that time comes. All right, man. Those are all the prompts for the Reindeer Readathon. I'm really pumped for this one. I love group readathons. I love being competitive on a team and not just having like single people go against single people. It's just more fun when it's a group atmosphere. And thank you, Eric, so much for making this readathon that I enjoy every year. All right, guys, that is all that I've got for you today. Thank you for tuning in to Elise Reads and Speaks, and I will catch you next time. Bye.